All right, next up, we've got SMU taking on Maryland. How about this? Interesting battle here of non-conference. Once again, of course, Maryland, 3.5 point home favorites here, 69.5 the total. First thing that stands out to me is where do the stops come from in this football game? I will be honest with you. I don't know what it was last week about Maryland's defense. They're going to be able to score points this year with little Tua, Talia, Tagovailoa, who's been very, very good this year so far for them. Had a terrific game against Charlotte. Only 4 incomplete passes, 27-31, 391 through the air, 4 touchdowns. They've got a good receiving core with Jashawn Jones, Jacob Copeland and company. Got weapons. Run game's good enough. Then they obviously shredded the Charlotte defense for 56 points. But I'm a little bit alarmed that the Maryland secondary gave up 292 passing yards to a Charlotte team without Chris Reynolds, their number 1 quarterback, who didn't play due to injury. Xavier Williams and Trexler Ivy splitting the quarterback duties for Charlotte in that game, and they still gave up 300 passing yards against Charlotte. So that's trouble to me when you consider they've got Tanner Mordecai and this SMU pass-heavy offense coming in to College Park on Saturday. And certainly Mordecai in the passing game has been electric so far, 48 points, 426 passing yards. It's also like an air raid offense, up-tempo that they run here at SMU. 432 passing yards in the win against North Texas, 48 points. Now, it was Lamar, but another big game, 45 points. Tanner Mordecai, 3 more touchdown passes. And Maryland showed legit vulnerability in their secondary against Charlotte, down to their backup quarterback, I might add, Charlotte. Mm-hmm. So that worries me now against Mordecai in the offense, but Maryland should move the ball too. I mean, this SMU defense, they faced North Texas and Austin Aune, who has been there for years at quarterback and has never gotten better the whole time he's been there. So I discount that defensive performance. Lamar is not going to tell you really much about what this SMU defense is all about. They're playing a really good offense now for the first time all year, SMU's defense. So first thing that stands out to me is the over. I think it's an absolute shootout here, Mustangs and Terrapins. What do you think here, Connor Mack, SMU, Maryland?
Yeah, I mean, they think it's going to be. I mean, we talked about Saturday, can Charlotte score? And they did. They got that game plenty over, because they scored enough. And obviously Maryland hung 56 in that one. Or I want to, Steve G. The first at bet for Florida is 14. You probably can get a 13.5 if you shop around. That's just what I have up right now. But the rest in this one, I'm going to go with SMU. I think Mordecai will throw it around. I'm not impressed with Maryland's defense. I think little Tua is very good. They are at home. I think they're getting a little too much love. Their defense, like you talked about, hasn't looked good. And I don't love SMU's defense, but I think they'll be able to move it. I think this one, can it get to this total and get over it? I'm not so sure, but give me the plus 3.5 here with SMU. I like the points.
Yeah, Maryland's, I think, shown enough that you like the run defense a little bit for Maryland. The defense against the run, stopping the run's been pretty decent, but they've shown some vulnerability against the pass. And guess what? They're going to see almost exclusively the pass here against this SMU team. So it's a good matchup for SMU offensively, potentially.
Yeah, and they need to cut the turnovers. They had like 2 or 3 turnovers last week, 7 penalties. So they cut that down. They could even win it here, I think.